Alright, now we got the FS-2 H11. Not sure if you can see that. So we're going to be putting these on the headlights. I'll do a comparison as well. I'm just going to do a quick unboxing here so we can see what's inside. Alrighty, if you watched my other videos, you know that I'm replacing the headlights with these guys because the other NF03 were just not bright enough. The reason why I didn't like these is because they have a fan. You can see there the little fan blades, and I'm not sure how loud they are. I'll do a little bit of a comparison, but these they don't have the filters you can put on them, but they are much brighter. The lumens on these is I believe 4,000 compared to 2,200 for the ones that are in there now. So I'll do a comparison side by side, but these should be significantly brighter, and I'll go over to the same area that I tested the other ones before, the dark park, and then we can see what they're like. So, this one actually does appear to be labeled correctly. These are 72 watts, 8,000 lumens. The other ones were 20 watts each, so we're looking at nearly double the wattage and nearly double the lumen. So these should be a lot better. Back it out and turn on the headlights, but you can hear that fan running. Let me get closer. And I don't know if it's temperature controlled or what, but it seems to be spinning up more as it's on. And these are really bright. So yeah, wow, these are much brighter than the other ones. They're like blinding. So that's definitely a good sign. A lot of sound out of it though, but not enough where it's going to cause a problem. I mean, with the engine running, you wouldn't even notice it. But just here, with the car off, you can definitely hear them running. So I'm gonna attempt to pop this in, and then we'll see. But this is definitely bright. I mean, wow. Show you them side by side here so you can get a comparison of the size. A little bit bigger. These FS02s. There's also an FS03. I don't know what the difference is. The specs seem to be the same. The 03 was more expensive, so I imagine it's a newer model. Whether that'll affect the reliability, I have no idea, but it was 20 bucks less. These were only 33 or 34. I'll post a link, and these were $29.99. So these are just a couple bucks more. I'm either going to return these or use them as some fog lights, because right now I just have the standard base model insert thing, no fog light. So maybe if I add some, I'll put these in it. I'm not quite sure, but I believe the fog light uses H11. I'll have to verify that first. But so there's the size comparison. Alright, again, I'm going to try to install these without taking out the battery. I have no idea how hard it would be to take the battery out, but I imagine not very. But still more work than I want to go through. So I got it in. Now I just got to twist. And we'll also see how it fits, if it's wobbly or if I have to use one of the factory O-rings, which I'm not even sure I have. If you remember, this is the side that I made that little burn mark on. So I'm going to use two hands to try to get this in and twist it. Alright, got it in without taking out the battery, and I don't think you can really see it in there, but it's really tight. I mean, there's no movement, so no need to switch out the O-rings or anything. It's nice and tight. And I'm gonna back out the car and we'll see how it looks. Alright, looking from here, I'm not sure if you can tell a major difference, but I think you can just look and see that the driver's side, I don't know if I called it the passenger earlier, but the driver's side is definitely brighter. Here's looking at it dead on, you'll see the side over here is definitely brighter. Let me close the garage and we'll get a better look at the dispersal pattern. Alrighty, here it is. You can see here, I mean, it's clearly a lot brighter. I mean, there's no question about it. Look at it from here. I mean, the left side here is just a lot brighter. So I think these are gonna work. After I get the passenger side in, I'll go ahead and test it in that other area where I did before, but it's looking good from here. I mean, one of the things that's kind of strange is you'll see the pattern's a little bit tighter there. You can see it's lower. This one breaks up a little bit around here. I'm not sure the reason for that, but we'll see when I get the other bulb and if it does the same. Let's see how they feel. You can hear that fan running in there. Warm, but I mean, you can put your hand on it. It's not insane hot. Let me see how these feel over here. Yeah, that fanless one. Oh wow. Yeah, the fanless one gets a lot hotter. So the fan does a decent job at dissipating the heat. Does make a tiny bit of noise, but I wouldn't worry about it. I'm gonna go ahead and take the air box off and all that. I'm not going to bore anybody with that. You've seen the process. It's pretty easy, but it just takes a little bit of time. So, all right, got the new lights. Get the air box off. So one thing to keep in mind, if you're going to be changing the high beam / DRL, you don't need to take the air box off. This is only going to be to change the actual headlights. So make sure you keep that in mind. Oh, and look at that. I left the tool in here. Go figure. It's been in there for a few hundred miles. Nice. That didn't fall out. Get these hooked up and get the air box back on. And the next light I'm going to be looking for is this little C light that I mentioned in the other video. I'm pretty sure I know what bulb it is. And I see kits to replace that bulb for like $100. I'm not doing it. I'm going to look for a new bulb I can get for like 10. So we're doing budget here. We're not going for expensive, hundreds of dollars of parts. These the DRLs I have in here now were 30, and these headlights now were either 33 or 34. Not expensive at all. So I'm trying to show things that you can do that aren't expensive. We don't need to spend a fortune to achieve good results and to have nice LED headlights. We don't need to spend $100, $120 like a lot of places charge. We can, I think, achieve, I mean, I don't have a direct comparison for those expensive kits, but this one works good enough. Well, we'll see if it works good enough, but if it works good enough for this low cost, I think that's a win. So let me get this hooked back up, and then I'll get the camera mounted on the car and go drive around. Alright, here we go. The new lights, both installed, FS-2. Very bright. They look really good. I mean, they look definitely noticeably brighter than the other ones. So we'll have to see how they perform on the street. We'll see. I'm gonna mount the camera on the car and go over to that park. But these so far look nice. Nice pattern. Nice and bright. All right, these definitely look a lot better. I want to say these are as bright as stock. I mean, I didn't come out here with the factory lights, but these are, I mean, they're lighting up everything ahead, and they just are, I mean, they're significantly brighter than the other ones. They're bright enough to where I'm going to keep them on, and I don't have any concerns about them not providing enough lighting. See it better there, but they are they're nice and bright, not bad at all. These are winners, and they were only you know, three or $4 more. So here's on with the high beams on, or here's the high beams. You can see it's nice and bright, all LED there. Looks really crisp. From this vantage point, it's actually kind of blinding, but they look good, really bright. So there we go. I'm going to be staying with these. I will let you know if they fail. I'm not sure how long they'll have these FS-2 lights, because they are I think, I'm not sure if they're discontinued. I don't want to say that, but I don't see them on the website. FS-3 is seems to be the replacement, and those are more expensive. I think they're like 50 or 55. So it's like around $20 more for the FS-3 or FS3 versus FS2. If it's different in quality, I don't know, or reliability, these are fine, and we'll see how long they last. The car's got what, 1,300 miles on it. I'm not sure if you can see that. 1,300 miles on it right now. I'll post a link to these bulbs in the description in case anyone wants to get them, but these are winners. $32, $33, $34, somewhere around there, for some nice LED headlights. You can actually see where I'm going. It's not scary to drive around. Not that it really was before. That's one thing I want to go over. They weren't like so dim that you can't even drive. I drove with them at night a few times. I mean, like, even like in the middle of the night. Like, I drove someone to the airport at 3 a.m. and they were good enough. They weren't, it's not like I was driving blind or anything. So just want to keep that in mind, that these weren't insanely dim where you can't even see where you're going. They just weren't, you know, bright to the point where you would have confidence. I mean, if you just look here, me driving, I've got plenty of light in front of me. They're aimed pretty low, the angle's good, the brightness is good. I mean, there's no problem. I mean, I'll keep these as long as they'll last. So these are good. The other ones were barely adequate, but still adequate. I mean, they weren't to the point where I would say they were unsafe, but these are what I'm looking for. I mean, you can just see in front of me, they look great. Great color, great brightness. Very happy with these guys. So, all right, thanks everybody for watching, and please like and subscribe if you like, and have a good day.